obviously I'm disappointed to have homecoming game here, to have a lot of people back on campus, and to not be able to come out with a win here today is certainly disappointing. First half, obviously we went at halftime. We controlled the clock first half, time of possession. Certainly thought we left some points on the field, especially down in the red zone there when we kicked a field goal. Came back out in the second half, gave up some momentum to start the half. They went down the field and scored. When we had the ball, we simply did not maintain control of the ball. We didn't sustain any drives and perform the way we needed to in the second half. I don't want to take anything away from Akron. They made the plays when they presented themselves, and on our flip side of that, we didn't make the plays when they presented themselves on our end. So our guys need to keep their chin up. We need to go back to work. When we come back in here work week, we represent Ball State University. Ball State football, we're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw. It's not a question of effort. We just simply need to make the plays when they present themselves. We're going to be in dog fights. That's just the kind of game that we're playing right now. And when they're close like that, we got to be able to step up and make the plays.
Coach, early in the fourth quarter, I think I checked the stats, and Riley was averaging less than 5 yards per pass. Did you need to be more aggressive and throw the ball downfield more?
Well, unfortunately, throwing the ball down the field has been a challenge for us. But, yeah, we got to take some chances when they're playing man coverage like that and try to get our guys loose. If we don't complete it, maybe we could draw a pass interference call. So, yeah, certainly that's something that we'll look at. But when you're running the ball as well as we have with James Gilbert, the offensive line's done a good job. Riley's obviously heavily involved in the running game, has done a good job with that. So I don't look at that as being, there are always ways you want to look at improving your football team, offensively, defensively, special teams, and certainly we'll take a look at it. But, we've got a good formula going right now with how well we've been able to run the football, and it's been consistent week in, week out.
Mike, starts have been an issue for you, but today you had to like the way you started, a little more energy, no turnovers early, and you moved the ball.
I think for us, we talk about every week, you want to start fast, you want to sustain that, you want to sustain your drives, and you want to finish strong. I mean, that's the goal. When you play a game each and every week and you got one opportunity, that's the way you want to play. That's the formula you'd like to see. Yes, we got off to a good start, but as we know, there's two halves in football. You go in at halftime. We made some adjustments, not a ton, but we came back out and obviously weren't able to get them off the field to start that drive in the second half. We had an opportunity. We just simply have to make the plays when they come our way. Guys got to step up. And for us, we didn't play as well. We didn't sustain drives. We didn't play as well as we needed to in the second half.
Coach, how much did the overthrown pass to Bruner down in the red zone hurt?
Well, you want to capitalize on that. That's what I talk about, making sure that, I feel like we took 3 in that situation, but we left a touchdown on the field. So we got to make sure that in that situation that you finish it off. We talk about finishing all the time, finish the drive, execute, making sure that when the play, when the throw, when the opportunity presents itself, got to make it happen, man. That's just what it is, and it's disappointing.
Coach, obviously we can't assess Riley's play as well as you can, but just looking at the numbers, it looks like he's regressed this year.
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's fair to say. That's something that when you look at numbers and see his performance as a freshman and the type of numbers he put up and what he's doing right now, every single week I continue to tell him, prepare the way you've been preparing. You put in a lot of time. He prepares the way you would supposed to. He prepares the way you would expect or would like to see a sophomore in college prepare. But the play has to start to happen on the field. He's got to eliminate that interception there at the end. We had an opportunity. It's first down. If the safety squats on an in route, an in cut, then throw it right over his head, and we'll line up. We'll go to second down there. So, you got to eliminate that. But he prepares the right way, and yes, he's got to continue. He's got to make the plays. He's got to make the throws and make good decisions when he's on the field.
Will Jack Milas get an opportunity anytime?
I think it's early to. We'll look at the film, and if that situation is called for, I'm not afraid to make a change. That's if you don't know me well enough by now, if that's a situation that's called for, I got no problem making a change. But we'll look at it and we'll see and we'll assess his play. We got a long period of time here before our next game, so we'll assess it and we'll see where we're at.
Coach, on the flip side of Riley's performance, I know there were a couple big drops by Jordan today. Again, the receiver group's been banged up. Haven't gotten a lot out of Hogue or Reese. Has that hurt his ability to perform maybe like he wanted to this year?
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and make any, when you're the quarterback, you take the good with the bad, and obviously there's some throws on the field that were missed where we had an opportunity. You'd like to see every ball caught when a guy has an opportunity. Our guys practice hard. Our guys come ready to work every single week. The play hasn't always transferred to the field the way you'd like to see it. So yeah, you got a few extra days here as you prepare for Western Michigan. So we'll take a look at everything. We got more time to evaluate ourselves here for a few days before we get into our preparations for Western Michigan. We get on the practice field. So you'll look at everything. You got a little bit of time here, more so than you've had in recent weeks. So we'll look at everything.
So how is the morale of the team?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Last 3
It's fantastic. These guys are always ready to go. They're always ready to work. We're all disappointed, me included. I mean, when you have this many people back on campus, our vision was to have all of our alums that were here in that locker room with us post-game singing our fight song. We didn't create that moment, so that's my fault. That's our fault. We didn't make the plays that presented themselves, but this team's going to stick together. We're going to put our chin up. We're going to take it like a man. We're going to look at the film tomorrow. We're going to get back to work.
Coach, early, first few plays of the fourth quarter, you're down 21-17. Go for it on fourth down in field goal position. What went into that?
Listen, that's me believing in our football team, me believing in our offensive line, me believing in James Gilbert. It was a yard. I felt great about getting a yard, so that decision's on me. That's all on me. Don't blame anybody but me on that, and I just believe in our offensive line, and I believe in James Gilbert that much.
Coach, there were some pretty close calls there late, the Hester ejection, the not called fumble. What do you tell the team when it doesn't go your way? What do you tell the team to kind of keep them involved?
Well, hey, next play, man. There was still plenty of time left in the football game, so I tell our guys, not every call is going to go our way. Yes, it's disappointing. I haven't seen it. I saw the same replay on the Jumbotron that everybody else did, so I have to look at it. Hate to see a guy like Martez Hester pay the price for that. It's an aggressive mistake. I don't get a chance to see it. They make a decision based on what they see up top, so we'll look at the tape. And listen, our guys knew there were plenty of time left in the game, so we just got to continue to fight and find a way to get it done.
Mike, by rule, does Hester miss the first half?
Yeah, from my understanding right now, he missed the first half next week. So until I get any kind of confirmation from the MAC office on where we're at with that, but that's what I'm expecting as I stand here.
Coach, going back to the running game, we saw Darian Green get some extensive play finally coming back from injury. What does his return bring back to the offense?
Well, when you run a guy like James that many times in the game, and Teddy was out today with an injury, so Darian stepped in and handled some carries. James is one of those guys that's a bulldog, and he's tough, and he gets stronger as the game goes on. But certainly when you have some hard runs like that and you're tired and you put another quality back in there like Darian, he did a good job today with the touches that he had, and it's good to have those guys back in there because they both can create some explosive plays in a run game.
Coach, a couple times today, thought you had a fumble recovery, and it was reviewed and confirmed, obviously. What does that do to momentum when you think you're getting ready to get the ball back and then they get to keep it?
Well, that's a big deal, obviously. But again, I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I felt good about it on the field the first time I saw a quick clip on the Jumbotron. I felt good about it, like we had an opportunity to get that, and we'd had the ball at midfield. But hey, it didn't go our way on that situation. So plenty of time left. We just got to find a way to get off the field there, get the ball back, and go down the field and execute. So hey, that is what it is. Our guy, some things like that are out of our control, and we just play hard and try to get the ball out and continue to get hats to the football and play tough and play aggressive.
Coach, I hesitate to ask you this until you've seen the film. It's difficult for you to answer, but second half the defense couldn't get stops.
Yeah.
Was there anything that jumped out at you like we're not doing this well?
Well, at the same time, I blame the offense. We got to sustain drives. They had a long drive to start the third quarter. We get the ball back. We got a first down. But then, after that, you look at our time of possession first half, and for them to even it up at the end of the day, and you look at the time of possession for the game and being almost even, 30 minutes to 30 minutes almost. So we didn't control the ball. We didn't do anything with our possessions in the second half. So I blame what happened on the defense on the offense. We didn't play a complimentary game in the second half like we did in the first half.
One more question. Coach, there were no sacks on either side today. Riley Neal was protected, but at the same time, defensively, couldn't get to the quarterback. What's there to say, both offensively and then defensively?
Yeah, without looking at the tape, yeah, certainly you want to get sacked. You want to get some pressure, especially we got a veteran group playing on the edge there, and we've had some, a lot of production and success this year, rushing the passer, putting up some sacks. So you have to give them credit. I don't want to take anything away from them. Our guys did a good job up front in protection offensively. But yeah, we got to look at the tape and see, why we weren't able to get home. And but again, I don't want to take anything away from them. They did a nice job.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys.